My horrible boss mistreated an old couple, so I took over his shop. I used to work at this small tattoo shop owned by a guy named Rick. He was one of those ex-biker types who acted like he knew all the secrets of the universe, but really, he was just full of himself. At the time, I had just finished my apprenticeship. I was still learning the ropes, still eager to prove myself. From day one, Rick treated me like I was beneath him. He handed me the worst clients, made me clean up after his dog out on the sidewalk, and constantly forgot to pay me on time. One rainy Thursday, an older couple walked through the door. They had to be in their late 70s, but they were holding hands and laughing like teenagers. They told me they had always wanted matching tattoos, but never managed to get around to it. The woman, Margot, said she wanted a small rose on her wrist, and her husband, Earl, decided he wanted the same rose on his chest, right over his heart. It was the kind of sweet that sticks with you. When Rick saw them walk in, he rolled his eyes and told me to get the geezers out fast, because, in his words, old skin is gross to work on. I ignored him and spent extra time making sure their designs were perfect. As I worked, Margot told me stories about how they met during a protest back in the 60s. Every so often, Earl would reach over and wipe her glasses on his shirt without missing a beat. Watching them together, it was clear they were something special. Then, things took an unexpected turn. As I was finishing Earl's tattoo, he leaned in close and told me, "We've got something for you." At first, I thought he meant a tip, or maybe a thank you note, but after they paid, Earl slipped me a plain envelope and told me to keep it safe. Inside the envelope was a thick stack of photos and documents. It turned out Rick's spotless tattoo shop was just a front. He had been laundering money for some dangerous people, and Earl, who used to be an IRS agent, had been keeping tabs on him for a while. They needed someone on the inside to help finish the job, and apparently, that person was me. 2 months later, Rick was arrested. I ended up buying the shop at auction for next to nothing and gave it a new name, Margot and Earl's Inc.